I wanted to give an overview of PopdockAI and our MCP server paired up with DataBlend and Workday Adaptive Planning to bring your Workday Adaptive Planning experience into your AI LLM chat experience of your choice. A little bit about PopdockAI and DataBlend. Finance first iPaaS platform, built for the organizations of finance with a big focus on Workday Adaptive Planning customers with over 1,200 total customers and over several hundred joint Workday Adaptive customers. PopdockAI is then a universal MCP layer that we've built that allows you to connect any of the endpoints that we have access to, including Workday Adaptive, into a MCP. Lets you then connect it to the LLM of your choice and process data conversationally, bidirectionally, both reading data and posting data. The infrastructure that we've got built, again, lets you connect the business applications of your choice, being NetSuite, Workday, Adaptive, Salesforce, etc. We provide the query engine, the prompt management, the tools that govern the MCP actions, and then a very robust 7 layers of security that lets you deploy this with confidence into your enterprise environment. Then interacts with the AI model of your choice, whether that be ChatGPT or Claude. Generally, how this works in the Workday Adaptive Planning model, from an end user experience, you're interacting at the AI conversation layer. That is using tools and prompts built and governed by PopdockAI, again, along with the security. What's unique with our offering, we are offering 2 paths to connect to the data. We have a data lake connection where the data can be queried and refreshed in near real time from Workday Adaptive into our data lake, which allows for data normalization and increased performance when using AI to generate reports and analytics. We also have direct connectivity, again, via MCP, directly back to these source systems. So you can see we are offering a lot of flexibility to put these tools in your hands. From the core systems, obviously, we're focusing on Workday Adaptive, but this does extend beyond just that system. And one of our value propositions is it is one MCP data layer to govern all of your access points. Some of the use cases that we see and that we're going to show some of today are, the generation of board packages and narratives. Able to produce full financial statements out of a Workday Adaptive conversationally with pre-built prompts with the drill down analyst level analysis. Or alternatively, you could get formatted financial statements in Excel. We'll also show interactive drill down chat. So creating a dynamic application in your LLM that allows you to query and conversate with the data. And then we'll actually also show making forecast updates back to the core system. So I think it's really important when you're looking at your AI options here that we can both read and write data via our processes. Real quickly, before I show the first screen, I'll just show I obviously have my Workday Adaptive environment here, and I'm going to get to the product revenue sheet, and we'll come back here. In UI you're all familiar with. Just quickly to show you PopDoc, very user-friendly. You have an MCP server, you have prompts and tools. Here's showing a list of tools that I have built in this demo model. You can build then the prompts that are going to govern it, and then your security features. So now, to go into this, we'll just go into our connectors, and I'm going to start by pulling a adaptive income statement with narrative. And why don't we run this? Let's run this for the data model is a little behind, but it's going to go ahead and do that. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to go out and look for the tools from my MCP server that are going to allow for this action to occur. So it's going to pull the income statement. It's asking me for permission. So it found my PopdockAI tool to go get my data for my income statement. I'm going to allow it once. If you say always allow, you'll never get this prompt again. So it's going to go out, make the call. It will pull back the data, and it will render the HTML formatted report following the prompt governance that we put together. And as you can see, that's now generated my full, nicely built out HTML report that's giving me, based on the prompt I provided, it's giving me some key metrics up top. It's got my revenue, then my cost of goods sold, down to operating expenses. And I could have formatted this out. I chose not to. It's giving me a department breakdown. And then it's giving me some variance analysis, right? What's driving the differences? So in a context of looking at the data, what's changed. So you can see it's hiding in on some product variances and other. This document is fully downloadable. You can produce that and take it off to PDF, print it out, whatever you're looking to do. All right. So then if we want to maybe go a different, a step further and make it a little more interactive, you could also, instead of doing the reports that I just showed, you could have gone to, Excel or something else, but let's do a full sales analysis. So let's build, I'm going to run this for 2024, or so let's say. And what we're going to do now, this prompt, is a different prompt, but this is going to produce an interactive dashboard that's going to let us conversationally interact with our adaptive data, ask questions about it, and drill in and find insights directly. Okay, so now it's generated my dashboard, and it's very interactive, and actually that pulled quite a lot of data. So I've got a year's worth of interactable data here. So you can see I chose February. It's looking at all levels, so I could drill down and look at a specific level. It all interacts. I also can look at, I've got units, margin breakdown, variance, waterfalls, what's a customer level breakdown, what's a by level breakdown. All of that's built out. And all this is generated from the prompt. So this is fully configurable to what you're looking to see. What I wanted to then show is that this is an interactive experience that we can say, give me the list of top 5 performing levels and first 5. So you can type in anything you want. We'll start there. We'll get our response. So it's giving me here, we've got sales Auckland, sales London. It's giving me that breakdown. Points out a, SN, so sales North had a catastrophic miss. What was the biggest contributor? So it's a volume miss. You can see we had, significant variance to budget based on units. This is all demo data. So I think that's the main real reason there. Let's look at our top customers. You can use some of the pre-canned interactions. Giving me my top customer. And then why don't we say what was our top selling product? Because I want to now take this top selling product and I'm going to reforecast it with an increase in my forecast back in adaptive. A1 leads, all right, product A2, A4, A2, all right, all of these are, it's A4 is the best performer. All right, let's take a look. If we come back up here, I was going to look at sales South. And I actually want to take a look. So if you can look at this, we got product B3, and I know that that's also exceeding budget. So let's focus in on this one, and you can see our actual units are coming in at 216. So I want to reforecast. I'm going to reforecast 250 units a month for that to sales South. But real quick before I do, I'll just jump back up. You can see we've got all this data. If you jumped over to adaptive, the data obviously all lines up, which is important, but I didn't highlight that. All right, so now let's go over and grab a new prompt, and we are going to update our adaptive sales forecast. So I gave it a prompt that knows how to do this. Let's update our adaptive forecast for sales for product B3. Let's do 250 a month, spread evenly across customer 1 through 8 for the months of April, May, and June 2024. So it's going to look at that and normalize this out to what I'm looking to do. So you can see it's telling me what it's going to do. So you always can have confidence in what's happening. That's the push. and say, yes, let's upload. Now it's going to, again, call my PopDoc action, and I'm going to allow it. And we're going to then, you can also set all of those so that they automatically run. So you can see it's telling me it's loaded 24 records. It loaded into Sales South, and we should be able to see that. So now, just to kind of close the loop, we can jump over. We're in Sales East, so let's change to Sales South. So we have product B3 for all customers. Apply that, and I need to jump to Sales South, apply, and I'm going to run the report. And you can see it set my forecast for those periods. So it's my working forecast, April 24, to those units. If we drilled down to one, you'd get that. But real-time conversational update. So, kind of walk through what we did. We started with the narrative. We then created a drill down experience. We chatted with it, and then we updated our forecast. So all of that is possible using PopdockAI DataBlend with Workday Adaptive Planning. I will also now just point out, we're going to show you can take anything we've done to anywhere that you've got a Claude experience or any other AI enabled LLM. So here you can also see we've got some interaction here using Claude and Excel, where you've got Office Connect sitting next to your data, and you can see that the provided data, it's grabbing the information on the screen and then providing further drill down analysis on it contextually via the chat.